Okay, so hi all. Uh, what we are going to do here is setting a Ansible playbook, or we can say controlling from the remote. So basically, remote control using Ansible. Same, this exercise also have been taken from Udacity, but yeah, it is not working as a Ubuntu instance. So some problem I was getting. So what I have done is I am using Linux system here. So instead of Ubuntu, we have to use Linux here. So okay, what we need to do here is first of all we need to create an instance, EC2 instance. So this is a instance, and we can use Linux here. Then one thing we need to keep in mind about security group. So what I had done here in this security group, if you see in inbound rule, as of now I am allowing every source, but especially I am using 3000 for Apache to run. So that's what I am doing here. These you can take, and then what we need to do is we can launch an instance and we can note down the IP address of this instance, public IP address, basically this IP address. Then what we need to do is we need to set up this. So this is my Ubuntu system. Basically, if you, I have told you last time, all we need to do is we take Ubuntu here, and then we have to set up a Ubuntu system and then Ansible folder. Last time I have told you, so I will show you just what I have done here. So we need to do is we need to create Ansible folder, and we need to create .ssh folder. In .ssh folder, if we want to see, sorry, okay. So this is a Ubuntu system which I have set up. So this Ansible folder I have created, and this .ssh. In this, whatever PAM file during the server creation I have downloaded, those I have placed here. And then I have created an Ansible folder here. This structure I will explain later. So these two things you need to do, and then what you need to do is to change the permission to 400 or 600. Then and then file this command to change the permission. Once that is done, you can come to the Visual Studio, VS Code, and here you can drag and drop this Ansible folder. So you can just directly place here by drag and drop, and then inside this folder you need to create a main file. So main-remote.yaml file, and then you need to create a task. In task they have explained, like we have used this index.js file, so you can write this code and or main.yaml. I will show you the code also. Okay, just a minute. So this is the main.yaml file where you need to define the task. So what we are doing here is file, this is a path, and then this is a directory state, then just the name of the task. What we need to do, copy source and destination there, this execute node. Then we need to set up a config file. So this is the config file which I had done. And then you need to set up inventory. Inventory, you can just give all. Inventory is basically your host which you are targeting, and there you need to give the public IP address. So whatever public IP address we have created, so those we need to give here. So this public IP address we need to provide. Once that is done, then in remote file, if it is a EC2 user, then you can provide EC2. In case Ubuntu server, you can give Ubuntu. So those we need to check. As you know, that become true is to make it sudo or super user, and then this as a sudo user it will set up, and what command it will run. So those are the things which we are going to do, like updating app package. That is wrong which I have written here. It is in the case of Ubuntu, but yeah, we need to run here, set up here yum, because as of now I am using Linux system. So that's yum 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 yum. Yeah, this is for npm. These are the command. And okay, so if you want to see which host are there, so you can just run this command and it will show you the host. So like this one, and I is for inventory. In case you don't want to give inventory name, then you just what you need to do is in config file you just need to give the inventory path. Then you can check your connection to the server, that I have already checked. So ssh command, then that folder private key file path, then username, and then that IP address. That command you need to run. Once then I was able to log in. It means I am able to connect from my system. Once that is done, then what I have to do, we need to run this command. So this command playbook main remote.yml, and then inventory path, then private key. It was empty in starting, but now I have set up. Then I got this error. Okay, so I was able to connect. If you will see here, after running this command, I was able to connect, but I was getting some error. So that I am resolving as of now. So let's see what happened. Till then, I can show you what exactly you need to do. So what we are doing, we are just, this is the prereq, and then instruction, we have to update the security group, then we have to update the YAML file, then this is the folder structure we need to follow, then for Node.js application which we are going to set up, and here this code has been taken from here. So like Node.js, so how to do, so those we have taken from here, apt-get, and this command we need to run, and that is the setup here explained. The same thing we have used here based on that, and then you may get these kind of messages, but I have resolved it. It is sometimes it is due to I have placed the Ansible file there. Otherwise, what we can do, we can try this option, and in config file you can update this in case you are getting some error. So if you are getting some error, then you can try this option. In config file you can make host key file checking false. So Yeah, so that's what we are trying to do here. So as of now, I'm just able to set up or to connect my server, but uh, I'm getting some issues like caching and install dependency. So my packages problem here, apt-get update, it will not work because it is a Linux system. So wherever I have used this, so I have to update that. I will update that, and once again I will try to reload this same video. Yeah, thanks.